Hey everyone, it's Sean McKenzie and welcome back to Neat in the Heat. What do we have in front of us? Well, if you watch this quick little B-roll, you'll see how we got here. So, now that you kind of saw a little bit about how I made some pretty simple old-fashioned, just some sugar, bitters, and bourbon. Wanted to keep it as simple as possible. I'm not going to add a cherry or anything in there. Just wanted to do kind of a simple old-fashioned. Also don't have an orange peel or anything like that. Could add orange bitters if I wanted to, but I just wanted to keep it as simple as possible. So what are we going to do? Well, let's get started so that we don't take too long for this video. We are using Buffalo Trace, always a go-to for old fashions, any kind of mixer, and it's still really good to sip on. So we are going to go ahead and get started with our project. So I want to know, does a smoked old fashioned, which is usually a little bit more expensive, does it really taste better? Or is it more just the wow factor, the cool factor of how different restaurants do it, the smell, the different wood chips that they might use, all that stuff? Is it just the wow factor, or does it taste better? So we're gonna do something. A little different here. So we're just using oak wood chips, and now that I'm thinking about it, I'm going to switch it. So I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. After taking some thought about the type of wood chips I was going to use, I was going to just use oak. But oak is already part of the bourbon kind of process, right? So there might not be too much of a difference. So we're going to use apple wood chips. And see what that does to it, right? Is it really enhance the flavor of the bourbon? And I'm going to put it on, in the rocks for a little bit while it's smoking, and then we're going to pour it into our Glencairn glasses. So we're going to pour it back into the Glencairn glasses so we can do this solo blind. They've already been mixed with ice, so there's already a little bit of dilution. So I may or may not put the actual cube of ice like you should for that presentation and then pour it into the Glencairn. It might get a little bit messy, so we'll figure that out. Let's just do it. But I don't want it to get too watered down. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the smoke chips into the little cup, and then we're going to light it, let it sit for a little while, and kind of talk about some more things that we're doing. Let it sit for a little bit, then we will take the top off. I will put the glasses in there, kind of stir it up a little bit so it gets cold again, throw it in the Glencairns, and we'll do the blind. Maybe it changes up as I keep thinking about this while we do it. So I just have this little kind of wood, this smoked old-fashioned kit, I guess, that I got off of Amazon. So we're going to try and do this as carefully as possible and scoop in. We're going to try and do a good amount of these chips so we get as good of a smoke, like a thicker smoke in there, just so we can try and impart as much flavor, I guess, and smoke and aroma to it to really help penetrate in there and see if it does anything. So we've got quite a good amount, maybe like a teaspoon, maybe close to a tablespoon's worth of wood in there. So let's see what happens, I guess, right? You know what? We're gonna do that for this one for right now. We're going to put the ice cube in, because that's what they would do at a restaurant. This has been sitting in my freezer for a little while. It's 2 ounces of alcohol and some bitters, so it may not look like a full glass, but again, we're trying to do this pretty simple. I didn't go all out like I normally do for my old fashions. So we're gonna make sure that this is on there. We'll put the ice cube in for the other one. Actually, we'll probably do it for both of them so that they're both being equally diluted, so there's no kind of funny business going on. So let's get started. We are going to really get this going. Really get it going. And we're gonna put the cover on. Kind of don't set off the fire alarms, hopefully. And we're going to let that sit for a little while. Really kind of let it get in there, marinate a little bit with the alcohol, and see what happens. So we're gonna use the solo blind, like we always do with our super fun blinds. And we're gonna start kind of prepping our blinds. So we're just gonna put Old Fash on this one. So this one will be the regular Old Fashioned. And then we're just gonna simply put smoke on this one. That's all we're gonna do. Make it as easy as possible. Let's see how we're doing. Let's maybe get a little bit more in there, really cover it, really get it going. Sorry for all the smoke in the video, but let's see what happens. It smells great, I can tell you that. It smells really, really good, but again, is it just the smell that's gonna screw us up and maybe it makes us taste it in all of this and this video doesn't do anything that I want it to do? Who the heck knows? But we're going to find out, I guess. I've been thinking about doing this video for quite a long time. I don't know why, it's just something that's been on my mind. So I'm just trying to get this video out of my brain and to you guys. So it's been a couple of minutes. I don't know how long we should let it sit. Maybe give it a little swirl in there to see if we can get that smoke into the liquid. All right. So there you go. There's your beautiful smoked Old Fashioned that people like, people spend money on. They're great. Some of them do a really cool, stuff to it. They put it in like a little housing thing and it gets really, really smoky. So, I mean, we'll see. And that's why we're kind of going to take it out of here into these and maybe see if like we can just kind of get just the smoke. And now I'm not going to drink all of these, but we are going to see what happens. All right, so put everything off to the side. Still got our Buffalo Trace and the smoke that we've got in there. We got the right one. We put the smoked one in this one, and we put the regular one in here. It's time to cover these up. I really love this solo blind contraption. It's really, really cool. It really helps with the blind stuff doing this by myself. So we are going to spin it, not super fast because I have made quite a mess before with my friends. So we're just gonna keep spinning this. I have no idea where this is at. I'm gonna kind of let that smoke come out, and we're going to give it one kind of big spin. There it is, spinning, if you can see it spinning, and lifting it up. So, the solo blind will go here, and we will spin it one more time. Okay, so let's get it. Which one is which? Now, I'm trying to figure out, should I smell it? No, we're not going to smell it. We are going to just go purely on taste. That one Really good, nice and cold, feels great. It's getting hot out here in Arizona already. So it tastes really good, has those bitters, has that little bit of sugar, nice, good old-fashioned taste. Okay, now, I can already tell you which one is which. There is some sort of bitter quality to this one, which I can tell you is most likely the one that has been smoked. I wasn't trying to really trick myself into thinking, oh my gosh, they're just gonna taste so similar. No, obviously the smoke is still kind of in the glass, coming right at you in your face, hitting your palate, hitting your nose, all of that stuff. But I can tell you, as my taste buds get better and my palate gets better, I can tell you that there is that woody, maybe little bit of bitter from the smoke in the palate. I can definitely smell it on my nose, and I'm trying not to, but there is something there. Now, is it better than this one, than just your regular typical old-fashioned? I guess that's really subjective, and if you really like that taste, and if you want it to be a part of your old fashions. This one's clean, it's nice. I like mine just a little bit sweeter, that's why I did those little bit bigger sugar cubes when you saw in the video beforehand with the B-roll. I like trying different flavors with old fashions, right? Normally in my old fashions, I put the regular bitters, the regular, however you say it, bitters, and then I put orange bitters in mine. Sometimes we've had chocolate bitters that I have put in there. We've also had peach bitters, and I did a chocolate peach bitter kind of combination that my wife loved. With the chocolate, I also put a little bit of sea salt on top of the ice and just kind of let it melt into the old fashioned, and it was good. So I love playing around and experimenting with old fashions because it's a very simple drink that you can add on to until your heart's content. We have if you can see, I don't know if you can see it in the screenshot, but there's a local distillery called Whiskey Delbach here in Tucson. They gave a barrel to a local honey farm out in Phoenix, and they let them age their honey for a year, and then they poured the honey out and they bottled it, and we were able to buy one. I've been putting that into my old fashions, and it's really, really good. Adds that single malt whiskey taste to it with the sweetness of the honey, and then whatever bourbon or whiskey that you're putting into it, it's just really, really good. But for the smoked old fashioned, it's good. I don't know if I would do this all of the time. It's really fun to do with friends that are around because it's really fun. You get to, if you got guys around, you get to light stuff on fire. People love lighting stuff on fire, especially men. We love to light stuff on fire. So you get to light things on fire. You get to see the smoke, get to smell it. It smells great. I'm not taking anything away from that. But would I rather just have a regular old fashioned and mess around with the different ingredients that go into it? Yes, absolutely. Again, you can mess around with the different types of wood too. There's apple wood, cherry wood, peach wood, beech wood, oak wood. There's all types of wood that comes in these kits, but I think that that's just overpowering everything. I think if I were to make my regular old fashioned that I do with the orange bitters and maybe the honey for the sweetness and maybe some other stuff, that smoke smell is just coming right off the glass. I don't smell anything else besides that. So would I put this in something that I'm trying to have fun with? Maybe not, because it might just overpower everything that you did with it. But is it fun? Absolutely. Does it taste good? Yeah, it tastes good. I'd probably give it like a 6.5, 7 out of 10 on taste for an old fashioned. So, to each their own. you know, everybody can do what they want to do. So just to show you, this one right here is the one with the smoke. It is the one with the smoke. And then obviously this one here, so you can see it, is, and I'm not switching it, I'm sorry, this one is the regular old fashioned. So yes, we can tell the difference like night and day. But again, is the taste there? Yes, it's there. It does impart taste. It does impart smell onto it. It imparts fun. It's an entertainment. It's really classy, I guess, too. But is it something I want to do every day with my old fashioned? No, absolutely not. Would I rather experiment with other flavors and other things into it? Yes, definitely. So there you have it. Yes, there is a difference, right? There's definitely a difference between the smell, the taste, and the overall complexity of your old fashioned from a smoked old fashioned and a regular old fashioned with simple sugar, bitters, and bourbon. Maybe I missed something that should have gone in there. I know the orange peel, the cherry, other things, whatever. I wanted to make this as simple as possible. I love that flavor of the bitters and the sugar and the bourbon for the old fashioned. So that's why I wanted to do this. So, are you smoking your old fashions all the time? Sometimes? Never? Have you smoked your own old fashioned? Is it worth the price hike that they do for just simply adding cheap wood chips and fire and a little bit of razzle dazzle? You tell me. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, comment. You guys have been commenting like crazy on the last video that we did when we did the 10-year showdown. I still love the old Rip Van Winkle. I know it did not come in first. I was a little disappointed in that, but I loved doing that with you guys. It was very hard because it was all 10-year. Nothing finished, anything like that. It was just 10-year bourbon, right? It's all in the same type of barrels, but some of them have different taste. I'm a very big proponent that all things have different tastes. Everything is very subjective, same with cigars. All very subjective of where it's grown, how it's grown, all of that, even though it's just tobacco, and this is just bourbon aged the same way. So thank you again for watching that video. It blew up. I don't think it went viral, but for me it went viral. It was it's been our most watched video, almost 1,000 people, and like 10 of you guys commented on it, and it made me really happy to answer all of your comments. So yeah, I appreciate that. Keep commenting, keep liking, and please subscribe. We're trying to grow this channel. Share it with your friends, share it with your family, your cousin, your coworkers, share it with everyone. So thank you so much. This is Neat in the Heat, and it is getting hot in Tucson, so it's almost super heat outside. And maybe we'll do some stuff by the pool as we get a little bit warmer in the summertime. So be on the lookout for some more fun ideas with that. Thanks again for watching. I'm Sean McKenzie. This is Neat in the Heat, and we'll see you next time.